A man arrives at a park holding some flowers. He then takes these flowers and throws them on the ground. At this moment, a woman who was sitting on the bench stands up. She then picks up the flowers from the ground and does the same as the man. He doesn't know what was going on, and the woman thanks him for letting her do that. The man says that if she wanted he could bring her more flowers to throw on the ground, but she said that those were enough. The woman then thanks the man and said that she needed to go, but he says that she couldn't go like that. She then says that it was the man who threw the flowers on the ground, she just helped him. She then asks him why he wants to know her name, and he says they have something in common as their date seems to be going bad. The woman then agrees with the man and says that her name was Mayara. The man then greets the woman and says that she had a very beautiful name. The man then asks why the woman was there alone, and she says she was there because she was waiting for a man who had never arrived. He laughs and she asks why he is laughing at her. The man said that the exact same thing had happened to him. The man says that was a big coincidence, and the woman says that now she understood why he threw the flowers on the ground. The man said that she was very smart and the woman that she would leave. The man then stops her and tells her that she didn't have to leave. She says that she had been tricked and asks if the man wanted her to stay there. He says that since the two had been tricked, they could go out together for something to eat. The woman then says that she would never date a stranger, but the man says that was an easy fix. He said that if he went out and talked a little, he would no longer be a stranger to her. The woman then says that she didn't know if that was the right thing to do, but the man asks if the right thing to do would be to deceive people and not show up for the date. The man says they could go out and talk for a while so they can forget what happened to them. The best one then accepts the man's proposal and says they could leave. The man then promises the woman that he would not harm her. He then tells her that she was a very beautiful woman, but she tells him not to get too close to her. The man also apologizes and said he was just trying to compliment her. He asks if it was a bad thing that he tried to be nice to her, since women always complain about men not being nice. The woman then says that all men were the same, but the man says that she didn't know him yet. He then asks where she would go, and she says she would go to her car. He said her car was closer and that they could take it. She said she had thought better of it then, that they could stay right there. He says it was a very nice place, and she said she liked it very much. The man then says that sometimes people get really upset and end up not paying attention to the little things. He then points to a small bird and says he was very cute. They then find the slide in the park, and the man goes to the ride. The woman then starts laughing at the man, so he convinces her to go on the ride too. He tries to get her to go down the slide, but she ends up not doing it. Later, they are sitting on a bench when a man tries to kiss the woman. She stops him, the man apologizes. She then kisses the man on the cheek and says that she was already leaving. He asked where she was going and she said she had to go as it was late. The man then asks what that kiss meant and she says it was just a way of thanking him. The man then asks her not to leave, as they were having the opportunity to get to know each other better. The woman then asks who those flowers were for that the man had destroyed. He says they were for his girlfriend. The woman then asks why he doesn't go after his girlfriend to sort things out between them. The man then asks the birds to make less noise, and then he tells the woman that his girlfriend was a very complicated person. The woman, so I said he should think of some way to get used to her, but he said it wasn't that simple to do. The woman says that she understands what the man was saying, as her boyfriend treated her like a trophy. She says that she just wanted to show it off to her friends, and it's taken to her meetings, but most importantly she didn't get it from him, as he didn't pay attention to her. The woman says that she didn't care about that, as she just wanted her boyfriend's money. The man then says that he was disappointed in the woman as she was only with her boyfriend out of interest. He asks if she didn't know true love wouldn't be found that way. He then asks if she didn't value love. The woman, then, is surprised and asks if he believed in love. He says yes, because in the moments he had spent with her, he had felt that for her. The man then asks if she had felt the same way about him. He said that even birds felt it and that, of the species he had researched, birds never abandoned their mates. The man says that when one of the birds dies, the other ends up being so sad that he dies soon after. He said that, like the birds, he was always on the lookout for someone he could have a real connection with. The woman then gets up and says she needed to get out of there. He calls out to her and asks her not to leave. At this point, before it is known that the woman had left her ring behind, he picks up the ring from the floor. Sometime later the woman was with her boyfriend and says that she still hadn't finished getting ready. The woman's boyfriend says he wouldn't wait any longer as she had taken too long to get ready and she wasn't done yet. He said he had a very important appointment, but the woman asks him to wait just a little longer. She then starts fixing her hair, while her boyfriend waits for her. At that moment, the man walks by the scene with his girlfriend. He then saw the woman with her boyfriend and she looks at him as she walks away with her boyfriend. Later, they end up meeting again and the two start looking at each other while walking with their boyfriends. The man's girlfriend then asks why he is looking at that woman. The woman's boyfriend then asks why she was looking at that man and asks if she knew him. The man's girlfriend then asks where he knew that woman from, but he said he didn't know what she was talking about. The woman's boyfriend then says he was sure she knew that man, but she says she was tired of him. The man then says that he needed to say something to the woman a long time ago. He said that he always tried to do his best to make his girlfriend like him more, that she was now getting very jealous of him. The woman then told her boyfriend that she had never liked him and that she was only with him for his money. She then says that he just treated her like a trophy and that she couldn't take it anymore. The man then says that he couldn't get over her boyfriend. He says she didn't treat him well and didn't give him affection. So for that reason he was ending their relationship. The woman also ends her relationship. The two lovers then pass by each other. The woman then tells the man that she is now relieved to have ended their relationship. He said he felt the same way about ending his. The man then says that he had forgotten, but that he needed to deliver something to the woman. He says that the woman had lost her ring and that he was going to return it to her. The woman, then, is very happy with that and thanks the man. He said that he was glad that she had lost the ring so that he could see her again. She then asks him if he believed in fate, as she believed meeting him again was no coincidence. She then says that the feeling that the man had said the day she was also feeling for him. This makes the man very happy, so the two share a kiss.